Is AI here to save the day and replace your burnout? Yes, I'm going to show you my favorite AI assistants and tools that have saved me hundreds of hours, and I'm really excited to talk about them today. I'm Carrie Joy. I have had my wedding photography business for over a decade. I created this channel to help photographers build the business beyond the photos by turning your strengths into scalable strategies. And in today's video, we're going to be going over my favorite tools that save me hours every week. So don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you've been enjoying this content. If you are spending more than 30 minutes culling, editing until midnight before delivery deadline, or staring at a screen, wondering why you love this job so much when you're constantly behind your computer, this video is going to be a game changer for you, because today I'm breaking down the exact AI editing tools that photographers are using right now to save anywhere from 10 to 20 hours every week on projects. Not in theory, but actually. And not just to save time, but to show it better for their clients and be able to deliver faster and still love what they do. Maybe you're just now starting to explore all of the options with AI and you're a little overwhelmed and not sure where to start, thinking there's so many tools and I'm really worried about my image rights also. And maybe you don't want to spend that much money. And I get it, I really do, because when I first started looking at AI editing tools, I had 40 weddings booked for one summer fall season. I was pregnant with my second baby and I had a 1.5-year-old at home. That is when I began looking into these AI editing assistants, and my first reaction to this thought was, you're crazy trying to learn this with everything else going on right now. You really don't have the time for it. But I quickly did the math, because I was already planning on hiring an editor anyways, and because there was just no realistic way for me to edit 40 weddings alone while keeping up with my impressive gallery delivery rates. So I was getting quotes around $250 to $350 per wedding gallery for a human editor, which was a pretty good deal. When I did the comparison with AI though, I was looking at spending around $65 or less per wedding, and it would actually learn my editing style and get better over time. It wasn't a generic edit, it was mine specifically. So I knew that it would take some time working with an editor to get my perfect editing style, and the same back and forth would be true whether I was working with an AI assistant or not. So I decided to take the leap and I invested in learning Imagen AI, and I will never go back. I will talk more about this program in a minute, but I am so glad that I took the leap and invested time into learning and implementing this when I did. Let's get into the tools. First one is Lightroom and Photoshop, and you're probably using these tools, the majority of photographers are, but I wanted to start here because Adobe has been quietly building AI into their platform, and it's getting better and better. First, the fact that you can bulk edit in Lightroom is necessary for any editing tool that you're going to be using. You can apply presets on import, and they keep adding incredible editing tools within their program, so their updates keep getting better. If you are not using AI masking in Lightroom yet, you are leaving so much time on the table. I love it because you can really quickly mask a subject, the sky, specific color, specific thing in the background, even individual people with one click. So the people mask alone has been a massive improvement and saved me time. I also love that they have a generative remove in the Lightroom and in Photoshop, which is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. The distracting car in the background or power lines gone, stray hairs removed from someone's face handled. One feature that Lightroom has is the denoise feature, and this has been amazing for grainy or low light shots that you're not happy with it. They do a pretty good job at keeping facial features pretty spot on. The second is narrative select for culling. Culling is one of the biggest time drains in the entire business, and narrative select is the tool I recommend for that. It's just choosing the photographs you want to edit. This helps you stay in complete creative control while still moving way faster in the images you select. What it does is it uses AI assisted face detection to highlight the sharpest images, detect eye blinks and focus issues, and then it lets you compare similar shots side by side, so you can quickly choose which frames you want to pick without having to go back and forth a million times. The reason I love it over fully automated culling tools is because I'm a storyteller. I don't want AI deciding which moments make it into my couple's galleries. Some of my favorite images are actually the ones that are not technically the best or the most sharp or the perfectly framed ones, but they are the ones with the best emotional moments, and I want those in the gallery. So narrative helps me go faster without giving up complete control and missing those photos. The cost for this is about $120 for the year, and I would say it is definitely worth it to help you cull faster. They also do have some editing and preset application. I haven't messed around with that, but I know every application is growing and adding services. So soon enough, there'll probably be a couple really good ones where you can do everything start to finish in their platform, but they're still growing and they're not quite there yet.
Another thing I love about narrative is how easily it fits into my workflow. I simply import it into my computer and can cull, and then from there I can directly ship and edit into Lightroom where I make all adjustments. So all of the projects connect to one another, so I'm not having to save and open up files in multiple places, which does save a lot of time over many projects. So that's another feature that I really love.
All right, third, this is one of my personal favorites. It's Imagen AI for AI editing. I've been using this for a while now, and I am a huge fan. I will just say it. Here's what makes it different. It really learns your unique editing style, not a preset that somebody else created, but it can learn your unique style. You can upload your previously edited Lightroom catalogs, and then it analyzes how you consistently edit, your tones, your adjustments to get your signature look, and then it can apply it to new galleries as you upload them. The more images that you train it with, the more accurate it becomes. And I was shocked at how close it got even after my very first run through. I'd uploaded about 6,000 images, I would say. It got me about 80% of the way that I needed. And then I just had to sweep through and do touch-ups on images to get the remaining 20% locked in to match my style. From all of the research, this is the same percentage of what it would be like working with a human editor. So I currently have over 15,000 images trained on my editing style. And what I love about this system is that once they have edited the gallery, I can import it to Lightroom, do my touch-ups, and then there's an option to then upload my final edits back to Imagen AI. So the system keeps learning with every gallery that I produce, and each time it keeps getting better and better. So currently I'm sitting at close to 90 to 92% where it matches exactly what I would want to accomplish in each edit. I really like how simple and easy their dashboard is too. It integrates really seamlessly into Lightroom, which is necessary for me. And they do have AI culling, which they continue to update and make better and better. So this can be a really great option in addition to get culling and editing done in one program. They also have a profile shop, and it is amazing. Maybe I just feel that way because some of my favorite photographers have uploaded their profiles and are selling it there, but they are really good. And I really love that you can also test out the profiles on your images before you buy. This is huge. If I had this tool when I first started my business, I would have saved years of time trying to lock in and figure out what style I wanted to do and be able to edit more consistently quickly. So if you struggle with consistency, you need to start with these profiles. So this is a huge reason photographers starting their businesses now have a way bigger advantage. In the past, none of this existed, and it was huge, labor-intensive job to painstakingly discover your editing style and then become consistent in it. So using these profiles through Imagen AI will help fast track your journey and help you lock in your style so much faster. One of the main competitors to Imagen AI is Aftershoot. They are pretty similar. I will say from what I've seen, Imagen AI seems to gather more complex data to get your edits more like you. So if you have a very specific way of editing your photos, you're very consistent, Imagen will help you learn it better. They do have a couple different pricing options for Imagen. You can pay as you go with only 5 cents per image, or they have now a monthly unlimited option for $130 a month, which is a steal for wedding photographers who are delivering more than one wedding a month. Also, Imagen AI has a free trial where you can get your first 1,500 edits completely free. That's basically a wedding. So the link is below in the description, so you can go try it on your next session or your next wedding and see what it does. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, and test out those profiles. Next is Evoto for portrait retouching. Evoto is specifically built for skin and portrait work, and it is incredibly thoughtful about how it handles retouching. We're talking about things like texture awareness, skin smoothing, flyaways for hairs, glare reduction on glasses, and even braces softening. And it does it all in batches. Yes, this means you're not going in image by image like in Photoshop, but you can put it across multiple images. The reason I love this is that my editing philosophy has always been that I want my clients to feel like themselves in their photos, just beautifully, naturally themselves, not filtered, plastic, or too overdone. And it can be super easy to overdo it with Evoto. But once you get that balance locked in your settings, you can save that as your own preset and use it for future edits. So things like basic hair flyaways, softening skin, whitening teeth, removing glass glare, you're all set in one quick preset. If you do portrait work or headshots, bridal details, this one is worth looking into. In my opinion, it's amazing even for the price, because you pay about 14 cents per image. You can pay as you go, or you can pay in bulk. And the best part is you can download the program for free, and then you only pay on what you export. You can also get some free credits when you use the code below. Topaz to the rescue. We all have had that moment. You opened your gallery from a wedding or a special moment. You had a photo that was really important, and then there's motion blur, or it's out of focus, or there's too much noise and the dark reception. This is where Topaz comes in. It is like our 911 for images. It specializes in AI noise reduction, blur correction, and advanced sharpening, while also being able to upscale images, meaning that it can increase the resolution of your images. It's less about beauty editing and it is more about technical correction. I think of it as the safety net in my workflow. I don't use it for every gallery and certainly not for every image, but when I do need it, I am so glad it exists. I purchased this a long time ago, back in the day when you could just buy the whole program for one flat fee and have it for life, but now they offer monthly subscriptions with access to every new update, and this honestly is probably a better option because the updates keep getting better, especially with facial feature preservation. So you can do this monthly, and then if you have a couple images that you really need it for, you can use it for the month. The monthly cost is as low as about $27 a month, which I feel like is pretty good for these kinds of programs. The more time I have to dedicate to getting this technically right in camera, the better AI can edit my images. And with AI doing 90% of my editing, I have more time to grow my technical camera skill on scene. That is the work that no AI can do. That technical skill, creativity, and presence and trust, that's what you bring as a photographer. And the more hours you reclaim from the back end of your business, the more time and energy you have to put in on the front end and the skills of being a photographer. The photographers who are doing this are going to thrive in the next 5 years, and they're not the ones who outsource everything and lose their creative voice either. They're the ones who use AI strategically to protect their time, to be able to elevate their client experience, and to stay energized in the work that they love. And that's the goal here. Not efficiency for efficiency's sake, but efficiency so you can pour more of yourself into the parts of this business that actually matter, that can move your business forward more and bring you more joy. Here's an action step you can do this week. Pick one of the tools from this video and try it out on your next session. But maybe start with narrative for culling if that's your biggest time drain, or maybe Imagen AI if you're having a problem with consistency or just are trying a new editing style. You can get your first 1,500 edits for free, and I think it'll really surprise you and you'll love it. Most of us did not build our business so we could spend hours on our computer editing, but we build it to create something special, something that connects with other people, and to do work that matters, and to get paid doing it. And if AI can give you more of your time back, even 5 to 10 hours a week, what would you do with that time instead? More sessions, more rest, more presence with your family, more of the creative work that made you fall in love with photography in the first place? That is what this really enables you to do. Not tools for the sake of having more tools, but tools that can strategically grow your business to the next level. The link for the free AI guide and the Imagen AI free trial are in the description below, so go grab those in this video and let me know what you think of those. Did you like them? Which ones are you currently using, or which ones you might recommend? Also, tell a friend about it. If you know a friend that's staying up from midnight and all hours trying to edit and just never seem to catch up, send them this video of maybe some AI tools that they should try out. I hope you found this video helpful, and we'll see you in the next one.